So I'm Jason Blumer. I'm the CEO of two businesses. One of them is Blumer CPAs. My dad started that firm in '97. It's a virtual CPA firm. And then the other one is called Thriveal. The word thrive with AL at the bottom, at the end, thriveal.com. And one is a firm for creative agencies, and we help restructure those companies and serve them financially to grow. And then Thriveal is a community for firm entrepreneurs. So we teach accounting firm owners all over the US and Canada how to grow their businesses. So the firm was pretty traditional. My dad is the typical accountant. He's a great accountant, great father, great everything about my dad. But as I came into the firm, I wanted to try things. Again, I wanted to fiddle around and play around. So I started new niches that I had no business operating. I started consulting engagements that I didn't know what they meant. So by playing around and poking and prodding, which I really believe in, I learned a lot through the process of growing. So at some point I learned so much, I said I want to start narrowing the focus of what we do in our firm. I want to narrow into creative digital agencies. And that was a niche we were kind of growing in. A lot of times in a firm, a niche will find you sometimes and you'll go, I have 10 of these clients. I kind of do this a lot. Maybe I could sell that. And so through that process, we narrowed more. And then as we did more for creative digital agencies like accounting, tax, and payroll, they needed more growth consulting. So then we would coach them. And then we would do growth consulting. And we would play around with that. So we'd fiddle with how to do those things, how to structure those engagements, how to price them. And so as I was trying these things, I really was running into a lot of walls. I was learning a lot, had some successes, but broke some things too. And so I found people online, other CPAs my age, in their early 30s, trying these things out way back then. And so I'd get on the phone with them and start figuring out, all right, here's what I'm trying in my firm. What are you trying in your firm? And we would teach each other. And so that just gave me another entrepreneurial idea to say, I want to start a community where I teach people. And again, I started it where I didn't have a lot of the structure of my own firm figured out. I didn't have a partner. My dad was retiring at that time. So starting a second business, I didn't really know what that meant. But it became really, really valuable very quickly. So through the journey of my firm, learning things there, I started Thriveal, and they just wanted more and more. And then I kept building the firm while teaching people. And actually still do that. And that is the very core of the value of our community. They look to Julie and I, my partner, to go, tell us what you're doing in your firm. What was hard for you in this particular place? And so now they're both thriving and growing. They did struggle for a while because I was running both of them by myself until Julie came in and really helped me start structuring those businesses for growth, for order. And so they really started growing after that. And now they're large enough to where, you have to start putting in leadership team and, considering other people to lead with you. Those kind of hard decisions are in our future, and they're just part of, our journey. If you live in chaos or in an unknown way, or your future is very dark and cloudy, it drives a lot of anxiety. And things that come out of that are depression and hopelessness too. I mean, these are things we have to deal with entrepreneurs. And living under depression and hopelessness is crushing. It is completely crushing. And now you're not dealing with a business anymore. You're trying to get your mental health back. So one thing that can offset a lot of this is to create order in your life. And what I like to say is to bind yourself, not let yourself do whatever you want, hem yourself in. This produces the safe walls of order, and we love to do that visibly with a calendar. It's a beautiful depiction of every human's gift of 24/7, 365. We all have the exact same thing. So looking at that visible model is a beautiful representation of how we order our own world. And I believe the world has some sense of creative chaos, right? And it's kind of fun to do it sometime, but you just can't scale in that. You can't get bigger. It will swallow you up and it will crush you. And so order is the word I would say every entrepreneur needs to seek to strive, especially larger businesses that are growing.